Hi, I'm Ginger Riddle. I'm here with Rebecca Mahan, who is running for City Council in Lansing. Rebecca, what skills, experience, background do you bring to that would benefit the City Council and the residents of Lansing?
Well, I'm currently a system analysis for a global commerce platform, and so I fix fraud in the healthcare system. So I analyze data and fix like the movement of money. But from my perspective, I don't see a lot of young folks currently um, running for local office, and I do think it's important to support the next generation that we move forward with like young voices to
Mhm.
help represent the generations that will be moving into Lansing. Attending the city council meetings, I hear a lot of like older folks say what young people want, but not a lot of representation from my generation to help elaborate on like our needs for this community. And we
Okay.
don't have currently have any women either. So I'm like, women outrank single men when buying single family homes behind married couples. And so if we're going to be focusing on development, pushing forward with building up our community, I think it's really important to have a women's voice on city council through this process, whether to help with marketing our city to put our best foot forward.
So it sounds like you think that's one of the challenges the city faces right now. Are there other challenges, and how would you address them?
Um, when I go door knocking, most citizens are complaining about high taxes. I mean, my neighbors just moved out because their taxes were climbing. Most of my neighbors are retirees. And so if we don't get a good handle with how we approach development, it could negatively impact our senior citizens. And I do think as young voters or our voters in general, like most of our community is retirees and veterans. And so I do think that we need to be cautious with any development. That way, we're not hurting our community.
Okay. Um, are there other challenges that you think face the city?
Currently, I mean, the challenges I see like in the news would be we have a fentanyl epidemic, and to me, like drugs killing kids, um, that is an issue that I think needs to be discussed more. It needs, like, I don't think we should just push that aside from local news. I really do think that we need to focus on that because, I mean, it's killing the children. So, and
Okay.
we are in a prison community. So, again, with like development, we need to be cautious of what we're bringing in. And when I look at storage units, I look at the statistics of what storage units bring to the community. And normally, storage units are used as the middle ground for moving drugs. And with us being a prison community, we need to be aware of that.
Okay. Are there ways that you have engaged with City Hall or residents to address community issues already?
Um, I don't know if you have followed anything that I have. I've definitely been to city council, the county commissioner. I went and attended the economic development meeting, and currently we've had a lot of RHIDs push through with the city council. City council wants to see development. They believe that without growth, our city will die. Um, when I looked into well, these RHIDs, the one that I was against was the Riverbend Heights one. It's the biggest one in the state. That one got voted down by the county. But I do think we need to be cautious when we're looking at tax abatements and development, like what makes sense for our area, what doesn't make sense for our area. And I do think we need people from both sides with different opinions to talk about that to figure out what our best foot forward is when it comes to allowing certain tax abatements to come through in our community.
Okay. Um, Well, I was going to ask how the city should approach economic development and job creation. You've already kind of talked about
Ooh,
it in
I
terms of housing, but not really job creation.
So, my opinion on job creation, after attending the economic development meeting, I heard a lot from Port Authority, LCDC, and their number one thing was their daughters are leaving the area. They're moving to Johnson County. And I believe with us developing and bringing in new houses, I feel like it's the perfect time to move directions of how we market our city. Um, I think we really do need to focus on jobs and when it comes to like bringing in small businesses that support women that women are interested in. I feel like it might help even with our enrollment issues in school. And we have Hot Works, which I haven't been there yet because I go to the CrossFit gym in Baser, but like I feel like if we start focusing on things that can make us unique, being a bedroom community, we're right next to the base, the gym I go to, a lot of the women homeschool. So I feel like we just need to market ourselves and maybe push ourselves in a direction that would be more beneficial to the community when it comes to marketing ourselves towards women.
Okay.
We're a safe community, and I feel like I'm used to work in downtown Power and Light District, and I feel like our community has very unique qualities, and if we just focused on that, we might be have a little more positive outlook when it comes to jobs and direction for our future.
Okay. Thank you. How well do you think the city is meeting the needs of its more vulnerable residents, and what more could be done?
I think the city is doing a decent job right now. Um, I think Joshua has done an amazing job for our city. I think our library is doing an amazing job. Um, However, like I don't know if it's necessarily a city issue, a county issue when it comes to taxing our residents out of their home. Uh, the city has kept within a reasonable rate. Our school district, if you look at your taxes, they're a little wild when it comes to the portion of your taxes if you live in city limits that goes to the school district. The county's pretty low too. So I do think we need to be focusing on types of businesses we can bring in to help offset the taxes to make it more reasonable.
Okay. How would you strengthen relationships between the city council and other local entities like schools and the county and nonprofits and businesses?
I think we need to get out more, attend more meetings. That's that's how you build relationships is, maybe if you're sitting on city council, you go attend a couple school board meetings, you go say hi. You can also do that with nonprofits. The economic development meeting was a really smart idea, bringing in the LCDC, Port Authority, the council, the schools. They're all together for our county, and I thought that was pretty smart.
Okay. Well, if you want to summarize, what sets you apart from the other candidates?
I think one, I think we need fresh, new ideas. Clearly, my age sets me apart from most people sitting on city council. The fact that I'm a woman also sets me apart from anyone sitting on city council. Um, I just look forward to hopefully bringing in new, fresh ideas and helping any way I can.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys offering a little interview for me.
You're welcome.